Sometimes things just don't work out the way we wanted them to. Sometimes things just end. Sometimes friendships just end.
You left us. You joined the Blackpool Combat Club. You're now the person you really want to be.
The best friends needed Wheeler Yuta, but the Blackpool Combat Club is molding Wheeler Yuta into a killer.
You're right. You're far from that kid that slept on me and Chuck's couch, the one that would drive all night to go to shows. You're not that same Wheeler Yuta.
Orange, every time I see you walk around the International Championship, I can't help but feel like I deserve that. I deserve that championship because I'm a big reason why you have it. Because when you brought me into AEW, what was it really for, huh? Was it really to help me? Was it really to bring me forward? Was it really to make me the best professional wrestler I could be?
Don't know how many times I've had to fight for this International Championship. I've lost count. I know of all the pain I experience every day and what each one of those defenses have done to me. Everything hurts, all of the time. But nothing hurts more than what you have done, Wheeler Yuta, to me, Chuck, and Trent.
To Claudio and to Moxley, what we did in that parking lot was just business. But Orange, to me, it is not business. It is more than that. It is personal.
You went back to Daly's place in Jacksonville. You took my head and jammed it down the front of Soon's van.
It just completely teared up this car.
Drove Trent's head through the windshield of a car.
Blood, glass, carnage everywhere.
You and the best friends never helped me grow. You never turned me into a killer the way the BCC has. You've never made me bleed the way that the BCC has. You have never beaten it into me the way that the BCC has.
And after all that, I still care about you, just a little bit. But you better hope that little bit shows mercy to you this Wednesday, because I am going to beat you, not only for me, not only for this championship, but for Chuck and Trent, my best friends.
Orange, once I beat you to the International Championship, I'm not gonna hide it in a backpack. I'm gonna hold it high above my head, and I will proudly remind everyone of the man who beat you, of the man who took the only thing that you cared about, the International Championship.
This is the AEW Fight for the Fallen Control Center, and this is Tony Schiavone. AEW Dynamite takes the air live tonight on TBS with 2 solid hours of action beginning at 8/7 Central. Tonight's telecast comes to you live from the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee, home of the NHL's Nashville Predators. It's our first time at the Bridgestone Arena, and we're responding with an incredible night of action. This will be our first of 3 nights of Fight for the Fallen, with proceeds going to the Maui Food Bank to assist with those affected by the recent wildfires in Maui that have left so many homeless and injured, as well as horribly taken many lives. Tickets tonight in Nashville, available at AEWTIX.com and Ticketmaster.com. Let's take a look at the card for tonight's Night 1 of AEW's Fight for the Fallen. Tonight, Orange Cassidy will defend the AEW International Championship against Wheeler Yuta of the Blackpool Combat Club. Last week on Rampage, after another successful title defense against Johnny TV, Orange Cassidy was confronted by Wheeler Yuta.
Orange, you know just as well as I do that the BCC could get in that ring right now and make sure you leave Columbus in an ambulance.
Wow.
But I'll be honest, I think that's a little bit beneath us at this point. I think that's a little bit beneath the Blackpool Combat Club, and most importantly, what would that even accomplish, right? You're the guy who doesn't care about anything, and I don't want to just hurt you physically. I want to hurt you deep down inside, emotionally. I want to hurt you mentally. I want to take the only thing that you actually care about. So next week in Nashville, put that International Championship on the line, and I'll walk out with it.
Wheeler Yuta was trained by Orange Cassidy as well as Chuck Taylor, best friends. So Yuta siding with the BCC, as you can imagine, has hit home with Orange Cassidy. This has all the makings of a great one-on-one encounter tonight. Also tonight, we will find out who will be the final entrant in the four-way match in London at All In for the AEW Women's World Title four-way match as Britt Baker meets the Bunny. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, spoke last week with our own Renee Paquette on Rampage about tonight's matchup.
Britt, we know the tournament is being held to determine who's going to be in this four-way matchup at AEW, all in London at Wembley Stadium, no less. First round matchup, you're going to see the Bunny. How do you feel about this?
The Bunny. I consider Bunny a friend, and I respect Bunny, and I've seen Bunny work her tail off every single week, rehabbing, doing everything she can to get back in the ring. Unfortunately, I have to be the big bad bully and rain on Bunny's comeback parade because there is no way anyone is getting in my way of that historical event that is AEW All In at Wembley Stadium. And Renee, can you just imagine the spectacle it will be when I hold the AEW Women's World Championship high and 80,000 fans say it with me when I say, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Tonight's winner will join Saraya, Toni Storm, and current champion Hikaru Shida in the much-anticipated four-way match at Wembley Stadium Sunday, August 27th. Also tonight, in a big tag team matchup, the red-hot Young Bucks meet the Guns of Bullet Club Gold. Now, Bullet Club Gold had this to say to our own Lexi Nair this past Saturday on AEW Collision live on TNT.
Hey, Young Bucks, you thought we were strictly Collision Cowboys? We'll roll into Dynamite this Wednesday and show you why we're the best brother tag team in AEW.
Hey, bring that over here. And don't bring super kicks to a gunfight. Guns up.
A battle of two former World Tag Team Champions tonight. The Young Bucks coming off the big win last week over the Hardys, and the Guns with the backing of Bullet Club Gold. Should be quite a matchup. Another matchup tonight that should be incredible will be tonight's Texas Chainsaw Massacre Deathmatch. Here's the last outlaw himself, Jeff Jarrett.
AEW Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game is coming to Dynamite this week. That's right, old Double J in AEW Business Development with my man, Slick Nick Sobich. And of course, alongside the top dog himself, Tony Khan. What a whopper of a sponsorship deal we have this week. The first ever Texas Chainsaw Massacre Deathmatch Championship. And you know, rumor has it that everyone's favorite anti-hero, Leatherface, just might be in the house. It's gonna be none other than the last outlaw himself, Jeff Jarrett, taking on, Mr. Extreme, Jeff Hardy. You bring your crew, I'm bringing my crew. The rules to a death match are there are no rules. Jeff Hardy, the last outlaw is gonna leave you with one final word. I'm taking you out.
Now, like Jarrett said, bring your own crews. This is going to be a wild event in Nashville tonight. Also tonight, in tag team action, the Gates of Agony will meet the duo of Nick Wayne and Darby Allin. Darby has had trouble on many different fronts, with Swerve Strickland and the Mogul Embassy, and with Christian Cage and Luchasaurus. Darby and Christian Cage will meet Saturday night on our Fight for the Fallen Collision broadcast on TNT. But first, Darby must compete in tonight's tag team war live in Nashville on Dynamite. Also tonight, at Fight for the Fallen live on AEW Dynamite in Nashville, Chris Jericho gives his answer to the Don Callis family. Jim Ross, JR, will do a sit-down interview with Kenny Omega about Omega's plans for All In London and his future in AEW. And we will hear from MJF and Adam Cole about their main event match coming up at Wembley Stadium. It's all a part of AEW Fight for the Fallen live on Dynamite tonight at 8, 7 Central on TBS, live from the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. Come and join us as we raise money and awareness for the Maui Food Bank to help those in need affected by the recent Maui wildfires. If you're coming to the event tonight in Nashville, tickets at AEWTIX.com and Ticketmaster.com. Bell time in Nashville is 6:30 p.m. This Saturday night, Fight for the Fallen continues on AEW Collision at 8/7 Central on TNT, live from Rupp Arena in Lexington, Kentucky. As mentioned earlier, it'll be Darby Allin against Christian Cage. Darby confronted both Cage and Luchasaurus on Collision, and afterwards our cameras caught up with the incredible Darby Allin.
I'm going to be honest when I say this. To me, the TNT Championship used to mean something. And within the last year, I felt like it lost all its value. I remember the people that used to hold it. Guys like Cody, guys like Brody Lee, myself. Back then, it meant something. Now, it's like a hot potato. Honestly, I feel like it's lost its value. So when I say at All Out, I want to put some respect back on that championship's name, I mean every word of that. Because you got a guy like Christian Cage, for example, walking around saying he's the champion, and like, come on. We're not stupid. You're wasting people's time. That championship means more than that. And then you got a dinosaur as the champion that never defends it? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? So I put out the challenge to Christian Cage. Enough talking. If you think you're a champion, start acting like a champion. And I'm gonna kick your ass. And All Out, I'm gonna take that championship. I don't care if you think it's yours. I don't care if you think it's Luchasaurus's. It doesn't matter, because at All Out, it's gonna be mine. And I'm gonna put respect back on that championship's name.
Darby has had enough of Christian Cage, and I think we can all agree on that. The two will battle this Saturday, August 19th, live in Lexington on AEW Collision, Fight for the Fallen. Also, in singles competition this Saturday, Willow Nightingale will meet Diamante. You have more matches announced tonight for AEW Fight for the Fallen on AEW Collision this coming Saturday, August 19th, live at Rupp Arena. And, of course, live on TNT. Tickets at AEWTIX.com and Ticketmaster.com. Okay, fans, we have two new venues to announce and how you can get tickets. AEW Dynamite will air on a Tuesday night on Tuesday, October 10th. This will be Title Tuesday, and the event will be broadcast live from the Cable Dahmer Arena in the Kansas City area in Independence, Missouri. The following week, on Wednesday, October 18th, AEW Dynamite comes to the brand new Fort Bend Epicenter in the greater Houston area in Rosenberg, Texas. Tickets for both Kansas City and Houston become first available this Friday, August 18th, 10 a.m. local time at AEWTIX.com. Be the first to get your tickets. All In London is now less than 2 weeks away. The event is live on pay-per-view 1 week from this Sunday. That is Sunday, August 27th at Wembley Stadium. Already announced, MJF defends the AEW World title against his tag team partner, Adam Cole, and both men on the pregame show, 0 Hour, will team up to meet Aussie Open for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship. Also, for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, the two greatest teams in the world will collide as FTR defends against the Young Bucks. A coffin match where Darby Allin and Sting will meet Swerve Strickland and AR Fox. And a four-way match for the AEW Women's Championship as champion Hikaru Shida meets former champion Toni Storm Saraya, and one more, either Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, or The Bunny. And of course, as we've said, those two will meet tonight on Dynamite in Nashville to see who completes the four-way match. More matches to be announced. Don't miss All In live next Sunday on pay-per-view. If you want to be a part of the live audience in London at Wembley Stadium, then go to ticketmaster.co.uk or livenation.co.uk. But tonight, it's the first of 3 Fight for the Fallen events to benefit the Maui Food Bank in the wake of the horrific wildfires in Maui. We will take the air tonight on AEW Dynamite at 8/7 Central. Tonight's broadcast originates live from the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. If you're planning to come to the event tonight live in Nashville, tickets at AEWTIX.com or Ticketmaster.com, and come early. Bell time in Nashville is 6:30, and stay after AEW Dynamite for AEW Rampage. This is Tony Schiavone in the AEW Fight for the Fallen Control Center. Our prayers go out to all the families impacted by the Maui wildfires. We will see you tonight for AEW Dynamite live from Nashville. And don't forget, we are AEW.